Thank you.
He's laughing at his own joke.
Oh my God. Okay. I gotta stop laughing so I can do this. All right. How are you guys doing here at the Quarter Mile? Everybody all right?
Yeah.
Let's make some noise. All right. I want you to put it together for a comedian who's been doing comedy just long enough to become an alcoholic. Mary Ann Riley, everybody. Put your hands together.
Thank you, Neil. Keep it going for Neil. My fabulous introduction there. Good God, Quarter Mile. Yeah, I'm loving this stage here. It's so patriotic. I feel like I should be, like we need to say the Pledge of Allegiance first. Or then I'm going to be doing some kind of like political campaign. My name's Mary Ann Riley. I'm running for your local government. I believe that out driving while drunk should be okay if they put the bumper lanes in. You know, they should. Anyways, that's totally not my joke. I think somebody else wrote that and I remembered it. A little bit about me, though. Yes, I am an alcoholic. Nice to meet you. Love being in a bar. It's like a home away from home. I love doing comedy in bars. I prefer a bar over a comedy club any day of the week. Why? Because the challenge of doing comedy in a bar, like in a comedy club, how easy peasy is that? They got them all lined up, sitting there in a nice little tables. They're all paying attention to you. When you're in a bar, you gotta be a little bit more rough. You gotta be a little bit more in their face, right? Because you're competing with a lot of other things going on. Like the pool table, people wanting to play darts, people trying to just get drunk or get laid. And you're interrupting the jukebox at the song that was going to help them like slide into the sheets that night. So that's just my little take on it. That's not a joke. That's just my little 2 cents of opinions. Because there isn't been like a lot of New York comics here. I like this venue. This is a pretty cool place.
Yeah.
All these Chinese faces. Yes, Quarter Mile. If you were a little bit closer, I had those bumper lanes. You would be my home away from home. I'm telling you. A little bit about me. A lot of people are surprised when they find out how old I am. Like most people are shocked when they find out that I'm almost 50. I'm actually turning 50 this year. Woo! Yes, thank you. You know how everybody, there's always these girls who are always like, oh, it's my birthday week, or it's my birthday month. Bitch, I get the whole year. The 25th of every month is my birthday. Keep them guessing. Me and Jesus. On the 25th, let's go, let's do this. And a lot of people, but they're really surprised when they find out. And I'm not making that up. Like, this isn't my little humble brag, being like, oh no, Mary Ann, you don't look your age. No, I get carded all the time, right? And I'm saying this, I get carded all the time. And it always surprises me because it's always somebody who's like right at my age or older. Like young people, they look at me and they're like, bitch, we know you're old. You know, they're not fooled by it, right? But people that are closer to my age, and they'll look at my ID and they scratch it. Like I'm lying about my age. Like I'm willing to go over that. If I'm lying about my age, I'm going under, right? Because I am a cougar. If I get carded by them younger men, yeah, it's Washington State, I'm a cougar, just not the apple cup kind. And so, I was telling my son that I was getting caught, and he's laughing. Like, he doesn't get it. Like, I'm trying to explain, this is our genetics. It is not good, clean living. Because really, if I look like my age, if my age was like my lifestyle, I would look 90. Like, you think he was kidding about the drinking. And the thing is, though, is that in my family, we have one of two things. It's either fat and youthful, or skinny and haggard. So in other words, I won that genetic lottery. Just ask my skinny bitch cousin, who looks her age. Hey! Calling her out. Yeah, my son, I was talking to him and he looks at me and goes, yeah, no, Mom, you look your age. I was like, first of all, fuck you. Because he's my son, I can say that, right? He's an adult. Like, screw you, kid. And what I do, so karma, being the wonderful thing that it is, my son and I went to a bar together, and we got carded together. And the waitress started freaking out. Like, she was looking at it, and she's like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Oh my God. The kid and I are like, what the hell's her problem? And she looks at it, and she goes, I thought you were boyfriend and girlfriend. It was glorious. The kid still in therapy. And it's not just because his mom's a comic, come on. Maybe mostly. I don't know. But when I talk about my lifestyle, no, I quit smoking after 31 years. I was a smoker for 31 years. You can clap for that, thank you. Yes, I was a smoker for 31 years, the longest relationship I was ever in. Sadly, not the most toxic. Well, and it was weird. I learned a lot of things about quitting smoking. Like, I learned a lot. I asked a lot of people that I knew and respected who had quit smoking to ask them how they did it. And the one thing is, not to Ray Liotta or whatever his face is, he got it right. Chantix, that shit worked for me, but I was really scared about trying it because this is one of those products. If you haven't familiar with that, like the side effects they talk about all the time is the really vivid dreams you have. And I was scared. I was scared to try it because I already have really, really vivid dreams. Like seriously, I could dream that I was on the French Riviera, laying out in the sun, and if I forgot to put sunblock on, I wake up with a sunburn. And I'm thinking, if they get any more vivid, what's gonna happen? Like I'm gonna dream one night that I'm flying, and the next day I'm gonna wake up naked in the tree in the backyard, and my neighbor's gonna be like, Bill, why did you always shit on our car? Right after we washed it. Sorry. I'm not gonna go back to sleep so I can land, And it was kind of weird because here's the biggest thing I learned. Chantix is one of those products that it does have like a lot of those weird side effects. And so, when you go get your prescription filled for the first time and the pharmacist has to do that consultation with you, and so the pharmacist walks up to me and he looks at me and he goes, so basically, if you smoke while you're taking this, you'll feel crappy. Like, what the No, it doesn't. Although he was kind of right, because one of the side effects, you don't shit right for about a month while you're taking it. I'm just saying. But I said, here's what really happens. I said, you have really super vivid dreams, and you can have like mood changes and all these other things. And he looks at me and goes, wow, that's a really good consultation. Really, Walmart? Really? Is he the pharmacist because he's the only one who fit in the lab coat? Like, all I know is if I ever have any life-threatening illness that I need to be on medicine, I'm gonna get my drugs filled from the corner drug dealer before I go back to Walmart. Because at least I know they'll be honest with me on those side effects. So, this last winter, or this last summer, everybody remember how Canada tried to kill us? Yeah, they tried to kill Canada, and then Oregon got in on that. Oregon and Canada, they were trying to kill us with our air quality, where we had all that smoke in the air. And I was thinking, 31 years I was a smoker, and now Canada takes me out. Who would have thought that Canada would have made Washington's new drug of choice oxygen? Like seriously, I started hanging out at old folks' homes. Like, hey baby, I'll give you $20 for a hit off that oxygen tank. No? You want to see my what? Turns out nobody appreciates almost 50-year-old titties like an almost 90-year-old man. He just kind of sat there and and I was like, okay, that's enough. Give me a hit. And I was like, all right, you know the deal. Puff, puff, pass. Stop bogarting the oxygen. All right, I like that joke. I always have kind of fun with that joke. Another thing else, I am trying to, because I'm turning 50, I'm trying to take better care of myself. And I was reading an exercise magazine. I was at the dentist, because clearly I don't work out. But oral health, you've got to take care of it. And so I'm at the dentist and I'm reading this magazine, and there's an advertisement in there for exercise and working out, and it says, do something every day that makes you sweat. It all counts. All right, cool. Hope so. Because I just mailed out all the checks to pay my bills today. I'm sweating that shit, ain't giving cash. Hope it works. It doesn't, truly. It doesn't. It's an advertisement. It's full of shit. I'm telling you, I've sweated that every month of my life. It doesn't work. I do, I am a comic, and we're kind of notoriously broke. So I went to go do a show with another comedian, and we were going to Mercer Island, and I was kind of scared. Because I was like, Mr. Buku, do you know what happens if you get pulled over on Mercer Island and you're not driving a Bentley or a Jaguar? They ask you for license, registration, and proof of income. Like, I was afraid I'm gonna get pulled over on Mercer Island. The cop's gonna look at my income and girl, you can drive by on I-90. Wave as you pass. Like, don't even stop at a stop sign. Oh, I still like that joke too. Okay, you guys, it's a true story. For those of you guys who may not know this, it is easier to buy a brand new car than it is a good, dependable used car. Do you realize that? This is not a joke. I found out firsthand. I went to go buy a nice, used, dependable car, and the car salesman said, no, dream on. Come back when you can bring that credit score up another 300 points. And so I looked and I was like, well, what about that brand new car? Brand new? Hell yeah, girl, come on in, sign on the dotted line. I am not kidding. I bought a brand new car for the first time in my life. I'm in my 40s, late 40s. First brand new car in my life. Had it for 7 months before I got in an accident. First accident. Teenager texting, driving, hit me. My first thought was, son of a bitch, this car's so new I haven't even had sex in it yet. Not a joke. Not a joke. I tell you, I thought about like when I sold my car to that good Christian family. And they were putting their little teenage boys in the back seat. I wish to say that was the first teenage kids that were back there. He was 18, he was legal. I told you I was a cougar. He was legal. But I was like, my thought was, ooh, God, don't ever run a black light over that back seat. Because if they do, they're gonna find some bodily fluids that may have escaped. Like, I don't know, maybe some drool from when I fell asleep or passed out. You can call it what you want. Maybe a little bit of puke from drinking a little bit too much. Or maybe a little bit of semen. Okay, that really was a joke. I never once threw up in that car. Ever. But I found out how flexible it was. I miss those days. Yeah, so, like, I am actually single. I've been single for a while. And actually, it's really crazy to me because how I found out. I was watching a program one time on Discovery Channel, and I discovered I needed a divorce. I was watching this program, Women Who Poison. And after a while, I noticed I was taking notes. And let me tell you something, people, you can't buy that shit at Walmart. Find it at Freddy's my ass. So luckily Forensic Files came on afterwards, and I discovered a divorce attorney would be a whole lot cheaper and easier than a criminal attorney. Just not as satisfying. And it's crazy because all of a sudden I ended up back out in the dating scene, and holy shit, that scene has changed so much. Like, I noticed for me, I get hit on by more women than men. And I don't just mean women, I mean, oh my God, question your sexuality kind of women. And yet the men that hit on me are these big ass gomers. And I'm like, dude, I'm straight and I get more pussy than you. And I wouldn't have to pay for it. I told that joke at a show one time. This lady came up to me afterwards. She goes, you know, Marianne, it only takes 3 drinks for a woman to be a lesbian. Like, bullshit. Took me 8. So I'm drinking more nowadays. 7's my limit. Although have you met some of the men I dated? I was at a bar and this guy came up to the table I was sitting at and threw a condom on the table in front of me. And looked at me and goes, I choose you, Pikachu. I was like, I don't know what disturbed me more, the condom or the children's reference. Another time this guy came up to me and, like, you know ladies when they're in your bubble, in your space, and all I got was in my ear. Can I help you? And he looks at me, deadpan. You don't have to be afraid of me. Yeah, that'll give me that white panel man with you. But my all-time favorite. Hey, baby, don't my balls have a date with your chin tonight? Ladies, there's only one kind of response to a pickup line like that. Bartender, another whiskey diet. Because if this is the kind of men I'm meeting, I'm going for 8 tonight. I'm Marianne Riley, thank you.